Iost. So, Iost's price is way off where it was. I actually think Iost have built something really good. Transactions per second can be very high. Not really at the moment, but all-time high is pretty good. There's a lot to like here. This is about tokenization for Web3. There's going to be some things I discussed that I think go against it right now as well. Now, before I get into it, if you are new to this channel, the spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were all coins that I thought were going to do very well, make a lot of money, which is obviously why I bought these up. You can see what they were worth when I recorded and released the videos. These are the highs these cryptos hit in the last bull cycle and what your profits would have been if you'd have put just $100 into each of these coins. So 100 into each of the 26 would have been a $2,600 investment. Your profit in the last bull cycle would have been over 123 grand. It's pretty good. Now the thing is you don't have long to get things sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. We keep seeing Bitcoin trying for new highs. We are not far from Ethereum going for new highs. And we're really starting to see altcoin season starting to wake up. If you are sitting on cryptos you are not happy with and not confident in, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think is going to do really well, like a lot of these did, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to be buying, the price that I'm going to be buying those cryptos at. So my members can copy along exactly, they make the exact same profit, they don't have any work to do at all. On my site, you will see the profits that they have made based on some of the successes that we have had, which you can see on the site as well. Whether it is meme coins that the members got in and out of, did very well in a very short space of time, whether it's Phantom, which in the last bull cycle, and that's called Sonic now, but in the last bull cycle was one of the biggest gainers, went up nearly 700 times from when my members got in, made some of them millionaires. This is public record, verify on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see, and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners this year, all you've got to do to find out is join up on the site. Now, Iost. So Iost have been around a while. Last bull cycle did pretty well. Let's be clear. It was at lows of basically where it is now. And it went over 9 cents, I think. 13 cents, right? So did approximately a 40x, slightly more, in the last bull cycle. Now, obviously, it's come down to where it was in the bear cycle of 2020. It's a multi-chain infrastructure specialized in real-world asset tokenization. They've built on several years of blockchain development. They've processed over 930 million transactions. It bridges to traditional finance with decentralized systems across multiple different networks. The team the project is led by a team from Princeton, Harvard, CMU, and MIT. It's Terry Wang, Arthur Tang, Blake Zhong, Yudi, and Mike Wu. All have exceptional experience in multiple different fields. Feel free to look at their resumes. Coins-wise, there's a lot of coins. To be clear, there's 27 billion coins. The total supply is 46 billion. Max supply could be 90 billion. So it is worth bearing that in mind. They have a yearly inflation rate of 3%. So in January of this past year, they passed a proposal to launch Binance Smart Chain Layer 2 with 21 billion new tokens into the BNB chain. So they will gradually be unlocked till March 2030. In March 2025, there are 44 billion Iost minted, 22 billion in supply. So there's another 5 billion since been added. So numbers, the problem is that that's a lot of tokens to come into fruition all the time. As you can see, there's a lot of accounts. This has got pretty damn good usage, 1.2 million. Transactions per second all-time high was 3,388, but they're doing about 2 transactions a second at the moment, which is not good. So you do need to see better usage here. But you can actually see, to be fair, the transactions, they are flowing okay, like certainly okay. Here's the thing. It's designed for tokenization of assets in for the and this has been an area that has been discussed in great depth for many, many years within the crypto space. My issue with this is always the same thing. I am yet to see how this is going to truly work. I have no doubt about the fact that real world assets will end up being tokenized and used in a wide array of use cases and we are miles away from that right now. I know some real world assets have been tokenized, but in general, we're miles away. I also think there's going to be immense hesitation from a lot of big institutions that have real world assets to put them into use, because and I think there'll be the same hesitations for people. It is not clear how your underlying asset can be affected if it is utilized in DeFi. I think this will all come to fruition, but I think it is going to be stopped very fast by governments, because I think it will just take one bad event and someone losing a real world asset, let's say a house, before there's then the need for some sort of legislation to understand what the underlying implications are for those real world assets. You think about it in the context of, you have tokenized your home is worth $200,000, let's say. You tokenize your home, you put that $200,000 into a DeFi protocol to borrow, let's say. And whilst borrowing, the underlying asset, the asset that you've been buying drops in value. You now can't repay the loan that you got. Do you lose, and say your borrowing is liquidated because you've lost the loan to value ratio, all of a sudden what has happened? Have you lost your underlying asset? Alternatively, say you tokenize your underlying asset, your house is 200 grand, the housing market has a crash, your house is now worth 150 grand, you took a loan out with that underlying asset in DeFi, your collateral has now fallen below the loan to value ratio. Do you lose the underlying asset? There are so many ways that this can go wrong if it's utilized within DeFi, and it's so unclear how your asset is affected, like the real world asset can be affected. I don't think we're going to see huge surges in real world asset tokenization until there is clarity, because it's just too obvious how much can go wrong. So I'm very hesitant to think that anything's going to happen in that realm a number of years still. Iost have introduced a bunch of pay-pin solutions, so payments with pay-pin. So they've got a ring. So the ring enables seamless pay-pin transactions through biometric verification. Basically, you tap for authentication and secure payments. It's actually a really clever idea. It's actually quite a cool idea. I mean, again, I'm not happy with contactless payments anyway. My personal perspective, I think there's something a bit dodgy. I shouldn't be able to pay for something without touching a card reader. You know what I mean? It's a bit dodgy. So they've got pay-pin applications. They've got WealthFi as well. WealthFi is quite... Oh, sorry. I was just on WealthFi. Pay-pin applications, so that can be used for... These applications can be used for smart cities, supply chain finance. There's tons of different use cases here. I actually think from an overall perspective, Iost is a very, very strong project that's probably quite significantly undervalued right now, given what the sort of reach that this project has with the products that they've got. But price has obviously fallen down quite a bit. I am not expecting new all-time high here. Truly, I'm not. I think there is a very good chance. I'm just checking, by the way. Did that actually hit 13 cents? No, that hit 13 cents in January of 2018. Right. High of 2021 was approximately 7 cents. So I think we're probably only looking for Iost at about 2 cents here, guys. I don't think we're going to see much more than that. I really don't. It's been way away from 2 cents since 2020, beginning of 2022. So I think I think the highest this is probably going to go this year is 2 cents. It may peak a little high. It may not quite reach that. Maybe it peaks a little up. But I think given that the major use case right now is real world assets, and given that I think we're miles away from real world assets truly beginning, I don't think we're going to see the growth here. Unless they pivot, unless they change their focus. But right now, I think the ring product's really good. I think that's really good. But I think everything else looks kind of weak. But what do you guys think? I don't think it looks weak, by the way. I think weak is the wrong word. I think it looks too early. I don't see how real world assets are just going to be used. I don't see how it's without huge mess. It sounds, seems, and looks like it will get incredibly messy to me. But what do you guys think? How do you think real world assets are going to be used? Is Iost just ahead of its time? Or am I just hugely underestimating it? You might be an Iost holder that you think this is going to go to an all-time high. If you do, give your reasoning. But let me know in the comments. Yeah? Share. Guys, we're in a bull cycle. If you're sitting on coins you're not confident in, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a read through the site. On the site, you will see some of the profits that my members have made. You will see some of the past successes that we have had, which is public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. On the site, I share with my members every single coin I own. Whenever I find any crypto that I think is going to do very, very, very well, I jump onto my site, tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to be buying, the price I'm going to be buying it at. My members copy along exactly and make the same profit. On the site, you can see the profits that my members have made. Phantom is a great example of that. It's now called Sonic, but in the last bull cycle, my members got in at half a cent. It went up to nearly to $3.46. That is nearly a 700x gain. Some of my members are millionaires because of that one investment alone, and you can verify that. That's public record. And if you like what you see and you want to find the cryptos that are going to be the winners this year, it couldn't be more simple. All you've got to do to find out is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, folks, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.